Hey, in this video I'm going to review AMD graphics card M430 or R5 M330. So let's get started. Before reviewing, I am going to split this video into three. So one with respect to gamers or gaming, second with respect to content creating, and third with respect to programming. First, coming to gaming, so this is just an entry level graphics card which doesn't offer much better performance for gaming. You can get 15 to 20 FPS easily for low to mid level graphics gamings. So I will be also showing some of the games at the end. Now coming to settings, here as you can see I have the latest drivers updated to Adrenaline edition, and now as you can see my GPU is R5 M330. Coming to the drivers available, I'm going to go here, and so our category comes into graphics, R5 family, and R5 400, R5 M430, R300, R5 M330. I'm going to click on submit. One of the disadvantages of this graphics card is they don't provide drivers for Linux. There is no manufacturer provided drivers for Linux. There is only open source drivers for Linux, not only for M330 but also for R4 family M430, the same. There are no Linux drivers. So this is a limitation. If you are a gamer on Linux, then this isn't the graphics card for you. Now coming to the content creation part, this graphics card doesn't have encoding hardware. What I mean to say is every graphics card nowadays has two set of hardwares or parts. One is encoding hardware and decoding hardware. This graphics card has only decoding hardware, means it can only render something but it cannot encode. For example, if you go to OBS Studio, this is mainly for content creators who use GPUs for recording all the contents. So as you can see, I'm going to settings and output, encoder. As you can see, I don't have any AMD encoder in here. All I have is quick sync provided by Intel with Intel hardware acceleration, the normal software accelerated H.264, and this is just a plugin which is not supported, that to NVIDIA's. So as you can see, I have installed the software which is required, and everything is up to date, every drivers, but there is no option available. Also tried installing AMD encoder for OBS 2020, but it doesn't support. I've tried many things, and at last I found out that this graphics card don't even have an encoding hardware. So encoding is not even possible for creating high quality videos or recordings. That's a disadvantage here. And coming to the programmers, so it's really kind of a bad graphics card for programmers, because most of the programmers use and program on Linux, and since there are no drivers available for Linux, the manufacturer drivers, I don't think using open source drivers would boost any performance, because open source drivers are mainly for rendering the graphics that are used on Linux. And there is also one project I tried installing. It's called ROCM, Radeon Open Source Compute. So this compute won't even install because it requires manufacturer provided drivers, and it's not available for this particular graphics card. So at the end, I would like to conclude that this card is only for kind of gaming but not for content creation and computation. So gaming, you can play games and play a medium graphic games and get at least 15 to 20 FPS. So low end games you can get like 20 to 30 FPS, but that is not even great. So it's an average and entry level graphics card. If you are trying to buy any laptop with this graphics card, I would suggest not to do so, because there are tons of new graphics cards available, and especially when you are buying a laptop, make sure you check out the versions and try to find out whether the drivers are available for both Linux as well as for Windows platform. So that's it. I'll be concluding this video. Thank you.